Hey guys, Charlotte and Em here. Today we're going to be talking about the recent controversy surrounding RuPaul's Drag Race and RuPaul's recent comments regarding transgender women taking part in the competition.
And soon we're going to be talking to Aimee Challenor, an active member of the transgender community right here in Coventry. RuPaul has suggested that transgender women should no longer be able to take part in RuPaul's Drag Race itself.
Which is shocking considering that last season we saw contestant Peppermint, who was an openly transgender woman. However, RuPaul seems to think that just because she didn't have breast implants until after the season had finished filming, it doesn't count.
He suggests that transgender women should not be able to compete because drag is a big FU to male-dominated culture, despite beforehand saying that drag is in fact for everyone.
And in fact, drag dates back to Shakespearean times when it was used in Shakespeare's theatre stage directions to show dressed as a girl for men dressed as females and dressed as a boy for women dressed as men.
And back in his book in 1995, he says that we're all born naked and the rest is drag, ultimately conflicting his recent comments to suggest that drag is ultimately just for men.
Former contestants took to Twitter to show their support for the transgender community.
Here's a discussion we had earlier today with Aimee Challenor.
So we're joined with Aimee.
So hi, I came out 4.5 years ago as trans. I've been involved with the trans community since, campaigning up and down the country for trans rights. And I also involved in politics, local charities such as PRISM, which is Coventry's youth group, and various other bits and bobs.
So obviously you've heard of RuPaul's Drag Race. Are you a fan of the show? Do you watch it or?
I'm not personally a fan, no, but I'll get into reasons why later.
So there's been a lot of controversy surrounding the drag community lately. In particular RuPaul's Drag Race. So what do you think about the transgender women possibly not being able to compete?
So I think that RuPaul's recent comments about not allowing trans women to participate in RuPaul's Drag Race and even comparing them to Olympic cheaters are highly offensive and shocking for many in the community. But I think I'd say that for many in the trans community, we're not shocked, we're not surprised. This isn't the first time that RuPaul himself has been transphobic, and we don't expect it to be the last time from him, to be honest.
And from someone who was born a male and is still a male as well, like, I think it's quite an ignorant thing for someone in that position to say.
I don't think I genuinely don't believe it's from a place of ignorance, because he has done things like this in the past. He has been told in the past why things like this are harmful and how they hurt the community, and yet he still maintains and comes out with it again several months later.
So where do you think it comes from? If it's not ignorance, what would you say it comes from?
I think it's from a place of, he's at this point now where he's been elevated onto this pedestal and he doesn't care. And because he's seen the fact that in the past, when the trans community have called him out, that they've just been shot down by other members of the LGBT plus community. This time, the rest of the community have sided with trans people and gone, his language is not okay. And I really hope that it perhaps knocks him down a little bit and forces him to reconsider the language he uses and the comments he makes.
Because, ultimately drag should be for anyone. It should be open for anyone ready to express themselves.
It's a beautiful art when it's done inclusiveness. And for many trans people, it's a way of them being able to express themselves if they're not able to be out in their communities.
Yeah, that's such a good point, actually, yeah.
For those people, they need to see that they are supported by the drag community as well as the trans community. And they're the people who are going to be affected by RuPaul's comments the most. As this is repeated behaviour from RuPaul now, I actually think perhaps we need to see a different host of Drag Queen.
Like since, because obviously I can't remember exactly when season 1 of RuPaul's Drag Race started, but not many people knew about it back then. Was it like 2002 maybe?
I can't remember the name.
I'm sure it was early 2000s. But obviously when that happened, not many people knew what it was, not many people were very aware that drag was such a big thing, especially in America. But now obviously we've had in Coventry we've had the opening of the Yard, so it's become a lot more of a local thing for us. And do you think that's sort of important for like other places to do that? Just so more people are aware of drag and more people have the chance to perhaps practice drag, not being feared of being judged?
I think it's important that there's many spaces in the community for people to participate in drag, especially in an inclusive manner. Obviously, the Yard have been working very closely with local organisations in Coventry to ensure that their space is as inclusive for the entire LGBT plus community as possible. And now we're seeing more bars and clubs for the community opening up around Coventry. There's certainly going to be more opportunities.
Hopefully that sort of gave you a little bit of an insight onto the situation. Let us know what you think down below.
Thanks for watching, guys, and make sure to come back to ICOF TV for more videos and subscribe to our channel.
And follow us on all our other social media links, which you'll see on the next screen now.